Today we're testing the most chaotic food hacks on TikTok that almost look believable. But let's first start with these Nutella noodles made out of a syringe. Okay, so he first starts by adding some milk to a saucepan and then a nice generous helping of Nutella. But can anything with Nutella really be bad though? Okay, that looks about good. Nutella cream sauce. Nutella hot chocolate. His milk mixture is looking a lot thicker than mine, but I'm gonna let it come to a boil. And it looks like he adds something else to it that I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm guessing it might be agar powder so that it could thicken up like a noodle. Okay, it looks like it's thickening up. I'm gonna let it simmer for just a couple more minutes. Okay, our mixture got really thick, but now I'm gonna let it cool down real quick before we syringe it into noodles. Now he takes this big syringe and sucks up the mixture into here before he injects it into this tube and then dunks it into ice cold water, probably to set. That is crazy. That is insane. Never have I ever done anything this crazy. Now, I don't know how he got it out, but good thing I have backup. Hopefully the air should be able to push this out. What in the buddy the elf is this? Is it actually working? Oh my gosh. Wait, I have to do another one. This is the crazy stuff that the internet invents. You just know there are two Italian men standing there saying, not approved. But does it actually taste good, maybe? I'm scared. It does not twirl. Oh, I don't want to try this. It tastes like overcooked spaghetti. Honestly? Hey kids, what do you want for dinner? Nutella with milk, said nobody ever. Huh? This is more of a science experiment than it is a food hack, but it was pretty fun. So I'm gonna give it 4 out of 10. But keep watching because we're only getting started with the chaos. Somebody said we can roll this piece of white bread and turn it into a donut. And I don't believe it because why would I want a dense dough ball? So we're gonna try it. But first, she starts by cutting off the crust. Then she sprinkles on some water and smooshes it into a ball. Just what we need, soggy bread. But apparently somebody said, don't knock it till you've tried it. It's divine. But now we mush it into a ball and it's just a big soggy lump of bread. Look at this. Her dough ball is looking really smooth, but mine has so many creases. Perfect. But now she just pokes a hole in the center. Oh, but mine's like falling apart. Okay, I can't get mine to be a smooth donut like hers. This is the best I can do. But then in her directions, it says to fry it up, which brings me to our next hack, where you're supposed to be able to fry with less oil using this piece of parchment paper. But first, we gotta do a little origami situation. He starts by folding his paper in half and then in quarters, moves it around and kind of does triangles and continues to fold, and he does it so fast that somebody said by the time I Google how to make this parchment paper thingy, I'll be at the Chinese place ordering takeout. Very cool though, if you can get it. I might just have to Google this. Hold on. Okay, now we fold the sides in. It's kind of like a paper airplane, but gnarly. Why aren't they lining up? I feel like I did something wrong. And then we have to fold the long sides down. And now hopefully when I open it up, it is a box. Haha! Ta-da! Yay! That actually worked. But will it hold frying oil? Because he places it onto a pan. Look, it even has a handle. Pours in some oil, and all that's left to do is fry our donut. I mean, bronut. Is this actually gonna hold? Or is it gonna burn? This just seems so wrong. I didn't get that satisfying sizzle even though it started bubbling up right away. And now the paper at the bottom looks like it's starting to burn. I don't know if this is a good idea. Okay, let's flip it. It's nice and golden brown. That was really fast. It's already burning. A little too fast. Too little oil burns way too fast. But now we gotta throw it in our sugar. Is this supposed to be like an old-fashioned donut or is it supposed to be like a fritter? What? This actually reminds me of one of those mochi donuts where it's kind of chewy inside. Oh my gosh, this is actually so good. It's crispy and chewy and delicious. I'm gonna give this bread donut hack an 8 out of 10. But this frying in paper hack, my paper started to burn at the bottom and the oil splattered onto the pan. leaving burnt marks all around it. And then the paper is barely holding because it's leaking outside the pan. It's all sorts of a mess. I'm gonna give this hack a 3 out of 10. Just get a baby pan. Now this is a mashup of 2 things I love, Oreos and sushi. But apparently you can make a sushi roll out of Oreos, which sounds kind of crazy. It looks pretty cool too. So we're gonna start off by separating our cookies from our cream. I think I have to do a whole row here. I'm gonna put the cookie into the food processor and then the cream into a separate bowl. And this is gonna be the most tedious part, but this better be worth it. But I'm getting a little nervous because I was looking through the comments and there were so many that said, is there another step? Because I just tried to make this and it turned out as Oreo mud. Somebody else even showed a picture of kind of looks like a dookie. And somebody else even said, this is what happens when reality hits. So my confidence level right now is not great. But I'm just about done with separating these. And now it looks like we add a little bit of heavy cream to the cookies and blend it up until it becomes a ball. It appears to be stuck. I don't think I need more cream, but some parts are a little chunkier than others. I'm gonna give it one more spin. Okay, that should be good. Ooh, it's glossy. And then for the cream filling, we have to add a little bit of cream and then mash it up into a frosting-like situation. Okay, now we lay a piece of saran wrap down, and then I have to mold this into a ball. Some parts are more crumbly than others. Hopefully they all stick together quite well. Okay, let's put another piece of saran wrap, and then we're gonna roll it out into a nice flat sheet. Oh no. So crumbly. Once I flatten it out, it's starting to stick together a lot better, so that's good. Nice. It's looking like hers, so I think so far we're doing pretty good. And now she spreads on the cream. I feel like this is not enough cream for us. Double stuffed Oreos would have been a lot better. Okay, let's spread the cream out. It's falling apart. I feel like I should trim the sides for it to look better. Okay, and now we roll it into a sushi. Hopefully it does not fall apart, but I feel like the cream is acting like our glue just fine. And it's holding its structure. It's like an Oreo roll-up. But I looked through the comments to see why all those other ones were falling apart, and somebody said you have to refrigerate it for a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I love weird food combos and I've tried so many that blew my mind, but these ones have me questioning, do they actually work? Because it seems a little too good to be true. But apparently if you eat a pretzel first and then a grape, it's supposed to taste like fried chicken. How is that possible? I don't know if he was just on something, but let's give this a try. Salty, like a pretzel. I don't see how a sweet grape would make it taste like fried chicken. I nearly choked and died. I can confirm that that did not taste like a fried chicken. But what if we ate them at the same time? That one 100% did not work, 0 out of 10. But then I found this other video that claims if you pair an apple with a cucumber, it's supposed to taste like melon. Well, let's put that to the test. So she only grabs a slice, she layers them, and let's see if it actually tastes like a melon. In theory, I feel like this should work. This tastes like a honeydew. What? That's so crazy. That works, 9 out of 10. But then this one seems a little bit more unbelievable, is if you take a grape and pair it with a peanut, it's supposed to taste like chocolate? She cuts little slits into her grape and then she places the peanut right in the center. This better not be like the pretzel one where it tastes like nothing. But I just don't see how this is gonna taste like chocolate. I need to try this again. This time I'm gonna put a whole peanut in. I have to say, I think it kind of works. I think I'm thrown off because the grapes are so juicy and that's not how you imagine chocolate. But the aftertaste of the peanut with the grapes somehow it really does taste like chocolate, or maybe my mind is just kind of just messing with me at this point. But you guys try this combo and if it works, comment chocolate because I honestly can't tell. But for now, 6 out of 10. And now she says if you pair an apple with an orange slice, it tastes like a kiwi. The cucumber apple melon worked. I wonder if this will. I already have my apple slice. No. The orange is way too overpowering and then the apple is way